Good morning, Eric. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining me this morning. We are here to talk about your entire, I guess, department, which is financial well-being. Is that actually even what we're calling it still?
Yeah, I'm with the Dean of Students Office and I'm the Director of Financial Wellbeing. That is correct.
Awesome. Well, to get us started, can you explain to us what does that even mean? What is your role as the financial well-being director? And yeah, what can you tell us about
At its core, my job is to try and ensure that the student body at UNG is financially stable as possible. We know that finances are the reason why the majority of students who drop out of college, that's what they state is the main reason, finances. I want to make sure that we have every opportunity for our students to be financially stable enough to focus on their grades. My job is that of a financial planner and a personal finance instructor. So students can come to me if they have a goal. We can sit down and create a plan for it, even if it runs through graduation and into their after college life. Or if they just want more information about any personal finance subject, from budgeting to values-based decision making, setting achievable goals, building your credit score, understanding how a credit card works, paying off debt, understanding student loans, 401ks, Roth IRAs, so on and so forth. Any subject you have a question about it and want to get some answers to clear up your decision-making process, that's what I'm here for.
Awesome. So I guess to get more into that, let's say that I am a student who has never dealt with finances ever. Like my parents have never really talked to me about it. I don't know much about it. Is there anything you can tell me if I just walk into your office and was like, I want to know about money? What would you tell me, I guess?
I'd say sit down, Valentina, let me get to know you a little bit, and we'll find out exactly at the core where we need to start talking about money with you. Some people are naturally savers. Some people are naturally spenders. It doesn't mean that one is better than the other. There are pros and cons to both types. So it's called personal finance for a reason. Everybody has their own personal goals. So I would want to get to know you and kind of get to the core of, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, let's see what you do know, because everybody knows about money. Everybody uses money. What I talk about is not all that hard. It's a matter of making sure that we're removing all the questions so that the decision-making process is easy.
Awesome. Yeah, I like the way you say that everybody is different because I have seen that as a college student. I know some people who never spend money and some people who spend every bit of their paycheck. But they're just habits that we learn or that we don't talk about. So you just keep doing it regardless of whether if it's good or not. Which
And
brings to my
to that point, that brings it, when I was working as a financial planner in the private sector, I had a couple of clients who made quite a bit of money, well into the six figures. And these two particular clients would have me move money from investment accounts into their bank account almost every other month so that they could pay the light bills, because even though they were making a lot of money, they had never learned not to live paycheck to paycheck. So they were one disaster away from having to sell off assets, pull the investments out. So yeah, it's like you say, some people do it this way, some people do it that way. And unless you decide you want to make a change, you're just going to be the same.
Yeah, there's a show on Netflix. Actually, I don't remember the name of it, but there's a financial investor who does that, I think. Or he's like some type of advisor, and he says it doesn't matter how much money you make, whatever habits you have are the habits you have. And unless you want to change them, they're gonna stay the same
It's true.
regardless of how much money you make.
It's true.
Yeah. Which brings me to my next question. Let's say that I am a student and I've done one of the things that you have said don't do. I've put books on my credit card instead of spent student loan money on that, or I haven't gotten student loans, but I put all of my personal finances on a credit card, or I don't know what other mistakes could I have made. I'm speaking a little bit from experience. I'm not gonna lie. Um, just if I'm a student and I have done something and I'm like, I am in a hole, I need help. Is life over or can you help me basically?
No, no, none of these decisions are fatal for sure. But if you don't seek help and get the information you need to start making better decisions, you'll just dig that hole deeper and deeper, right? And that's how people get into tens of $1,000s worth of credit card debt and so on and so forth. Um, you know, a lot of students, and I don't want to harp on student loans, a lot of people think that student loans are evil. So that's why they tend to just default to the credit card, because it's not a student loan. But what you're basically doing is borrowing money at 20% instead of borrowing it at 5. So, I would want to sit down and talk to the student. What do you feel like you did wrong? And let's find a path for you. Once again, it's personal finances. It's everybody's situation is a little bit different. So, at its core, it's getting to know somebody, having somebody open up. It's scary to come and sit in my office for the first time because you feel like you're walking to the doctor and you're going to have to take off all your clothes and cough. It's not like that at all. I understand that everybody is at a different point in their understanding. And I promise you, almost all the stuff I talk about is not hard. It's just a matter of getting the information you need so that it makes sense to you.
That is so nice to hear. Um, and with that being said, let's say that I'm a student and I don't necessarily want an appointment, but I do want to learn maybe somewhere online where I can get more information. Is there a website or something that you could recommend for students who just want to learn more on their own time?
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for asking. The school has purchased the services of a company called iGrad. And iGrad is software that you can get to through the Financial Being page. I think you're going to put the link up somewhere. So I won't spout off the entire URL, but iGrad has the ability to create your own personal dashboard so that you can track your finances, your goal achievements, so on and so forth. And it's got thousands of little articles, worksheets, 2 to 5 minute videos, courses on every aspect of personal finance. So if you're somebody who wants more information and you want to do it in a self-directed fashion, you can go to the iGrad page, just log in. It's free. You log in with your UNG ID. And you can start there. And if you need more information outside of that, and you do decide, hey, this isn't so scary, I want to talk to Eric, then you can use that same link to book an appointment with me. We can meet virtually or we can meet in person.
Awesome. And if we do want to meet in person, where can I go?
Most days I'm in Dahlonega, but like most people in the university, I spend my time going between campuses. So the best way to do it, even if you do want to meet in person, is to go to the go.ung.edu/financial-wellbeing and select a personal consultation. That ties directly to my calendar. So anytime that I have free, you are free to select, and we will meet with you at a time that's good for you.
Awesome. I don't think I have any more questions. Is there anything else you want to say to students before we hop off?
No, but I'll throw in a good cheesy "Go Nighthawks." How about that?
Very nice. Very nice. We haven't had anyone do that, so I'm sure students will appreciate that. All right. Thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to talk.
Thanks for letting me have the opportunity.